Yo YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy SalvationsElite. We're back with another video, guys, and today, man, we're talking about the best saugs in Black Ops 4 heading into CoD Champs. A huge tournament, obviously, for so many players, for so many legacies, to solidify so many great players. And I want to talk about who've been the most impressive SMGs, SOG players in Black Ops 4 up until this point. This isn't going to be as long of a video as many videos, but I wanted to quickly go through my top 5, maybe a few honorary mentions if we have a little bit of time, and just talk about it real quick. So obviously drop all your opinions down below in the comments who you think deserve to be in the top 5. Of course, all of your quelms with who I dropped out, who I scammed, who I robbed, who got gypped out of the top 5. So obviously there's like 16 teams in the Pro League. Each team has like 2 SOGs. So there's 30 plus, 32 plus SOGs in this game that are really good players, and a lot of them deserve to be in the top 5 or really close to it. So at the end of the day, it's just not easy picking the top 5 out of, 30 plus players, but we're gonna try to make it happen. So with that said, at number 5 is Huke. I'm disappointed that I have to say that he's number 5, because going into this game, going into this year, at the beginning of this game, everyone thought that Huke going into this year would be debatably the best player in the game and definitely a top 3 SMG. There's a lot of guys who I was really considering to put at number 5, but I decided to give Huke this spot. The tough thing is that we haven't been able to see Huke on a great team this year, so far at least. It's just been tough for him to shine, considering he hasn't been on one of the elite teams this season. So I 100% expect if Splyce is playing well at Champs, it's going to be on the back of Huke's dominant performances, and that's what I'm looking forward to. So Huke is number 5. At number 4 is the grapple god himself, Priestahh. Priestahh is an absolute monster on the sticks, man. He's exactly what 100 Thieves needs to be successful, and he was so important to their 2 championships so far this season, and they're looking to get a 3rd, and Priestahh is going to be one of the reasons why. I mean, he shoots just as straight as anybody in the league. His movement is in his own tier. His movement is god tier in this game. He is a god with the grapple, and he's right up there with the best of them. That's why I have him at number 4, but he definitely is deserving of being in the debate for the top 3. I'd have no problem if somebody put him in the top 3, but I have him at number 4. So at number 3 is the MVP. It's Simp, part of the tandem, the duo for eUnited, Abezy and Simp, but I have Simp in the top 5. Abezy just missed out. Spoiler alert, he might just be in my honorable mentions. I mean, no spoilers or anything, but it's definitely possible. Anyway, Simp, I think he plays so well for his age. He's absolutely incredible, and he's exactly what eUnited needs on that roster. The aggressive go-getter SOG that can clutch rounds. Not only that, but he snipes like an absolute monster. That's completely irrelevant in this discussion, but overall, he's an incredible player, and I think after that tournament, it's impossible not to put him in the top 3. At number 2 is the GenG Slayer, Envoy. Envoy is absolutely disgusting, like unbelievable. He's actually insane. I think I mentioned this in a previous video. It was in the GenG Learn from the Pros video, which again, I'm going to plug because you should go watch that video because it's really good. At Miami, we were just hanging out with some of the refs in the back, and we were just shooting bots on like some of the warm-up stations, and Envoy ended up in the lobby, and Envoy was unkillable. We were in the lobby with like Scraps and a few other guys as well, but Envoy was unbelievable. Like I could not kill him. And then literally the next series, he ends up and drops like a 2 KD in the series, whatever. So he must have been feeling it that day. But regardless, Envoy is an absolute unit. And I know he doesn't always run the SOG. He is kind of a flex guy. He'll pull out the Maddox once in a while. But even when he has the SOG in his hand, he's absolutely disgusting and 100% deserving of the top 3 as well. But with that said, number 1 at the top is Dylan CoD, Reciprocity, the Slayer, the monster, the beast, the unit, the best player in the game, debatably. He is absolutely insane. For Dylan to do what he's done on a team that isn't an elite team is pretty insane. He's literally carried Reciprocity in some of these tournaments, put them on their back and dragged them through the mud to victories. Like, Dylan has been a beast, and I think he's definitely the most deserving of the number 1 spot. I would say he's the best player in CoD right now and the biggest of threats to any team he plays. So he does come in at number 1. So with that said, there are a few guys I want to shout out, some honorable mentions. Abezy, Alex, Havoc. Those guys are all monsters as well. It hurts me not to put those guys in the top 5, but there's just a lot of really good SOG players. All these guys that we talked about, plus the honorable mentions, were all deserving of being in the top 5, and so it hurt to leave any of them out. With that said, this is a pretty short video, but I wanted to get something out today, and I thought this would be a fun video to drop in your feed. So again, if you guys enjoyed the video, like, favorite, and subscribe. Share it if you guys really enjoy it. Drop all your comments down below. All of the
why is it still in the top 5?
Those comments, those can be all down below too. I love you, OpTic fans. I do. I really appreciate you. maybe after this tournament, Scump could be in the top 5. I hope he goes off. Why not? I hope he goes off. I hope he absolutely dominates, and I can put him in the top 5 after this event. So, again, as always, guys, I appreciate all the comments and the interactions, the shares, the followings, the support in general. It means a lot to me. But as always, guys, I'm your voice of Abezy, and we will see you next video. I'm out.